episode. So let's just hop right into it.
Hop right in, dive right in.
Yeah.
All right.
So our unpopular opinion of the day. Will you get that pulled up?
Absolutely. So this one is from Redditor Zero Ghost, I think is how you say it.
Okay.
Zero Ghost. It says a professor shouldn't have to curve an exam.
Oh.
Ooh-wee. Off the bat, man. I'm so triggered.
Will you explain what curving is for those who might not know?
Yeah, for the youngins. So basically, when a lot of people in a class don't do good on a test, that can reflect very poorly on the professor. Mm-hmm. And so what professors will sometimes do is give a grade curve. So it'll be like, oh, I'll give you a 10-point curve. And so if you had a 50 on that test, you now have a 60. You know?
Yeah.
I have a story about curving, and I'll talk about that after.
Oh, okay.
After I read all this. But this one says, if the university class is so hard that the majority of the class, 70 to 80+% is failing the test and need a curve, you are a bad professor.
Ooh.
It's expected that some people will fail. It's college. That's normal. It's literally the time for growth and failure. But if so many people are failing the test that a curve is needed every time, the professor's teaching style needs to be looked into to see where the disconnect is. Again, some students are just bad. I failed classes before. For sure, I take ownership of it being my fault. But sometimes these professors clearly should not be allowed to teach.
Oh.
Mic drop.
Well,
What you think?
I think shouldn't have to curve, yes, but the reality is if a lot of kids are failing, that professor still has a job. Right. So you kind of need to curve it so the kids can pass. Like ideally those professors shouldn't be teaching if all their kids are failing.
Test?
You know, I know some professors and teachers are like, oh, my class is hard. And they're like really proud of the fact that it's so difficult. But maybe it's more to do with the professor than with the actual teaching style.
That's a whole different rabbit hole. But like, where does that come from?
I don't know.
Like, oh yeah, don't nobody pass my class. Ain't nobody passed my class in the 15 years I've been here.
Right.
First off, why are you still here? Second, why do you hate people so much that you want them to fail?
Seriously.
Like, have you ever had a class curve a grade?
I mean, I have. Yeah, I have. When I was in high school, I took a lot of AP classes, some college level classes. So some tests they would, but not necessarily for the entire year or anything like that. But yeah, I don't know.
Man.
I think you might need to just reteach it. If everyone's doing that bad,
It's that bad.
then you got to just take time, reteach the subject, and then move on.
Man, so I got a story. So when I was in college, I took biology for non-majors. Non-majors, that's important. And so when I had this professor, and I promise you, he looked just like Adam Levine.
Really?
Just like Adam Levine. And that's like prime Adam Levine, not like where he at now.
Yeah.
But like, and so all the girls is kind of like, yay,
Yeah.
the thyroid and all, like they don't care at first.
Yeah.
But then every time we took a test, we would like fail bad, bro. Like bad.
Right.
Like I think one time I took a test and I studied like note cards on every single day. I did it. Man, I got a 30 on the test out of 100. I got a 30.
Dang.
And so
You need to work on your studying
that's
skills.
what I thought. I thought I was going in. Literally every like off period, everything.
Yeah.
And so every time we would have a test, he would curve it like 40 points.
Oh my gosh.
Like 40, 50 points. I remember one time I got like a 40 and he curved it so much that I got a B.
Wow.
I'm like, oh my gosh.
Dang.
It was so bad. And people got mad at him. He's like, bro, you can't teach. You know, he would go on like tangents of like the B movie. Like,
Really?
who was in that movie? Like, you know, with the little bee that fell in love with like a human woman or
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, Jerry
Bro,
Seinfeld.
that B movie, he would go on tangents. We spent classes talking
Wow.
about the B movie. He knows it. He would quote it. He's like, yeah, you remember
What?
like in the B movie? Bro, it was different.
Dang.
And so, yeah, I think professors like that definitely shouldn't have to teach. Because it's like, bro, you're very passionate about your field, but
Yeah.
you're not a good teacher at it.
That's a big difference, though.
It really is.
Because, like, some professors, especially at high school or college, like, they'll hire people who are really, really smart.
Yeah.
Or just really good at what they do. But teaching it is a whole different ball game. Like, it's hard to teach. And so,
You would know.
yeah. But that's funny with the curve that he would do that all the time
Right.
and wasn't a good teacher.
Would you curve for your students?
Yes.
Oh, the sigh.
Yes, I would. I haven't done that. I mean, it's my first year teaching, so I
Right.
haven't really done that. But I have given them a chance to redo the test because they did bad.
You were going to do it.
I don't want to do that. They should know what they're doing.
All Miss Dunbar
so-
students, I got y'all. That one's for you. You can thank me later.
Oh, jeez.